Love across the globe. When Shekinah Garner first boarded a plane to Turkey, it was more than a journey for love. It was a leap of faith. Having spent years building a life for herself and her daughter in California, Shekinah surprised friends and family by packing up her bags and relocating across the world to be with Sarper Guven, a charming yet polarizing figure she met on a dating app. Sarper, with his signature style, undeniable confidence, and a past filled with attention-grabbing stories, had promised to change his ways for love. Shekinah, independent and strong-willed, believed she could build a lasting connection despite Sarper's complex past. But from the beginning, their relationship was far from smooth sailing. While Shekinah tried to split her time between Istanbul and the U.S. to stay close to her daughter, who was in boarding school, she and Sarper struggled with constant miscommunication. Their cultural differences, clashing values, and passionate personalities often turned what should have been romantic moments into fiery arguments. Still, despite the challenges, they pushed forward, moving from the other way to 90-day Fiancé proper, where viewers watched Sarper relocate to America on a K-1 visa and ultimately marry Shekinah. The marriage test. Married life in America proved just as complicated as their long-distance romance. The honeymoon phase quickly gave way to deeper issues. Sarper, once full of confidence, found himself struggling to adapt to Shekinah's world. Shekinah, used to independence, was overwhelmed by Sarper's intense nature and their growing disconnect. At the heart of their struggle was a fundamental difference in values. Sarper had long expressed a desire to have children, while Shekinah, focused on co-parenting her daughter and growing her business, wasn't on the same page. Sarper had also previously shared that he had a child from another relationship, something that, although rarely discussed, lingered over their new marriage. Adding to the complexity was the revelation that Sarper had been married before, though he insisted he had never truly been in love until Shekinah. While this admission brought some comfort, it also raised questions for Shekinah about what was real, what was past, and what their future might look like. The tell-all storm. When the couple returned for the season 11 tell-all, it became painfully clear that all was not well behind the scenes. Shekinah revealed they'd spent Christmas apart and that Sarper had moved out of their shared space for over a week. The tension was palpable. Sarper, typically composed, admitted to feeling frustrated and emotionally drained, while Shekinah said she often felt alone in the relationship. One of the most heated moments came when Shekinah brought up the fact that she still hadn't received a wedding ring or band. Viewers held their breath. Was this the breaking point? But in an unexpected gesture, Sarper surprised her by presenting both a ring and a band, an act that momentarily thawed the icy mood between them. For a while, it seemed like they might turn a corner. Still, unresolved issues loomed. The two had spent the night before the tell-all apart, each needing space, both unsure of what came next. Signals and stories. Following the tell-all, Shekinah took to social media, posting cryptic messages that hinted at trouble in paradise. Followers speculated endlessly. Were they over? Were they just taking a break? No one knew for sure. And then came the twist. Just as the breakup rumors reached a peak, Shekinah and Sarper were spotted together at an airport in Miami, joined by Sarper's parents. The sighting suggested the couple might still be working through things. Perhaps their journey wasn't over after all. But as fans continued to speculate on their status, another storyline began to take center stage, one involving Shekinah and fellow cast member Amani Jalasi. A new rivalry. Tensions between Shekinah and Amani had been simmering since filming, but at the tell-all, those tensions boiled over. According to Amani, she had sent Shekinah a message before the reunion, apologizing in advance for anything she might say. Shekinah, already on edge from her own relationship issues, wasn't in the mood for pleasantries. What followed was a war of words that lit up social media. Amani criticized Shekinah's cosmetic choices and accused her of being disingenuous on screen. Shekinah, in turn, said Amani's comments were reflective of her own insecurities. Things escalated when Amani claimed that Shekinah had asked a deeply personal and inappropriate question about Amani's partner, something Shekinah has neither confirmed nor denied publicly. Their feud grew more theatrical when Amani announced she would be releasing a diss track about Shekinah, titled Shekinah. The name, clearly intended as a jab, raised eyebrows and stirred online debates about maturity, branding, and the impact of reality TV rivalries. Whether the track was a genuine expression of hurt or a PR move, it added another layer of spectacle to Shekinah's life post-show. The future unwritten. With Happily Ever After, Season 9 now airing, and Shekinah and Sarper noticeably absent, fans are left to wonder what the future holds for this polarizing couple. Could they reappear in another spin-off? Their fiery arguments, passionate reconciliations, and the presence of Shekinah's glamorous and opinionated sisters seem tailor-made for a show like The Family Channel. Some insiders even suggest the network may be floating the idea of a similar family-oriented spin-off centered on Shekinah and her siblings. Others believe that if their relationship continues to struggle, the pair could be perfect candidates for 90 Day. The Last Resort, the therapy-based spin-off aimed at helping couples work through deep-seated issues. Either way, the franchise likely hasn't seen the last of them. Lessons from the lens. Shekinah's journey on 90 Day Fiancé has been one filled with dramatic highs and heartbreaking lows. Viewers have watched her fall in love, take bold risks, clash with co-stars, and fight for a relationship many deemed doomed from the start. And yet, her story is far from over. In recent months, Shekinah has been sharing motivational messages, self-care routines, and glimpses of her personal life on social media. Though her updates remain carefully curated, they reveal a woman still navigating love, fame, and personal growth. As for Sarper, his presence is quieter, but fans occasionally catch him in the background of Shekinah's posts, a reminder that their connection, however complex, still exists. A new season, a new Shekinah. Whether Shekinah and Sarper return to the screen or choose to live their lives off-camera, their time on 90 Day Fiancé has already made its mark. They've challenged traditional love stories, invited public scrutiny, and created moments that fans won't soon forget. For now, Shekinah continues to move forward, balancing fame, family, and forgiveness. And perhaps, when the dust settles, she'll emerge not just as a reality TV star, but as someone who dared to live and love on her own terms. Echoes of the past. Shekinah sat alone on her balcony one quiet evening in Los Angeles, the California sun casting gold over the horizon. Her daughter had just gone back to school after a weekend visit, and the house felt too still. Her phone buzzed softly with notifications, fans asking about her ring, others sharing gossip from fan pages, and a few offering heartfelt encouragement. For all the noise her life had generated, Shekinah craved silence. The whirlwind romance that once took her to the heart of Istanbul now left her wondering if she'd ever find peace and love. Shekinah had always believed in reinvention. She'd built a career as a wellness professional, priding herself on healing others, offering guidance, and empowering women to reclaim control over their lives. But now, she found herself needing the very advice she so often gave. Her marriage, full of passion and unpredictability, had tested her more than she'd expected. Sarper's charm had once swept her away. Now, it often left her dizzy in all the wrong ways. Was he truly the man for her, or just someone who had come along at a moment when she wanted to believe in something bigger than herself? Amani's track and the fallout. The release of Amani Glassey's diss track, Shekinah, hit social media like a wave. While some fans called it a bold move, others felt it crossed a line. The song didn't just take jabs at Shekinah's time on the show. It tried to unravel her identity. Lyrics about filters, facades, and fake queens spread like wildfire. The track quickly became a trending topic within the 90 Day Fiancé online community. Memes surfaced, reactions poured in, and podcast hosts debated the ethics of turning a reality TV feud into music. For her part, Shekinah didn't immediately respond. But silence, as always, speaks volumes. A week later, she shared a post on Instagram, a close-up photo of her meditating, sunlight pouring over her face, with a caption that read,